Hey, it's Saturday afternoon. I'm starting Sunday's video now. Way too long, and I'm just going to give you one that's pretty much nothing but cows for Saturday. Pressure washing that thing. 5288 fired right up. First revolution she was running. I thought the batteries were going to be down on it. Turned the key on and the voltmeter didn't move, which it doesn't always until it's running. Excuse me. Bumped it and it was running. And I'm just getting loose ends tied up here. Smart guy this time. I use wires hanging on the back. I tape each individual on and then tape them together. So yeah, if I play with switches again, that ain't going to happen like yesterday. Dang it. Tied a bucket there for my drip. There's fresh oil simply because we've been moving the booms back and forth. And when you do that, we're lifting up and down and we're swinging, so we're just pumping oil. And there's how she looks, all hooked up and ready to go. I'm hoping that I have enough room in between here to actually get in here with the skid steer, because yeah, it's going to be close. If I'm careful, I don't have to turn very much. I think I can just grab it with the front tire and go. I'd rather be under the tire and chain the axle to the fork than try to pick it up above. If I actually pick it up above, well, then we'll try to use the John Deere, but the problem with the John Deere is, part of what I got to do is downhill, and it weighs just enough. I'm sure I won't have too much for brakes unless I drop this thing on the ground, and I don't want to drop it. So I'm just getting stuff out of the way so we can slide the back end over and hopefully get it out of the shop. And who knows, my plants may be all kinds of screwed up and it may be a disaster. God, I hope not though. We're going to see if this will work. Nelson likes to see a little bit of splatter in the air. I got to make a hitch to put on the back of the buggy so we can have something to get a hold of to move it. Oh, and that little receiver piece, that was on the old boom mounts off the old buggy, because on the driver's side we had a high spot to put it so you get in and out of the cab when the booms were in. And it goes about 3/4 of an inch into that other piece of tube. I'm doing that so I have a long enough piece to use, and I got something to be able to weld to the frame with. So I'm going to hot glue that together. There's one pass on it. I'm going to do the rest of it without you watching, just because. There it is, one piece. You can put the pin back on it. Pin's a little warm. Had it in a hole. Ground one side off so it would go in because of the weld. Knock the dingle balls off and that part's done. This is the bottom. Because the top, being just kind of fugly right there from where it used to be. I'll probably, right here will be the frame. And then I'll put a gusset out over the top. So that'll support that, and find something to come off the back to go to the frame rails on an angle. I don't got a lot of room, but we'll see what we can find to make it work. May just be a piece straight across. I don't know. Sunday morning with a little color. Not sure why that one's standing here and dealing with those. I don't know. I'm not sure who she is. And just a little blanket of fog everywhere with cows and calves scattered throughout. Yeah, in the moon. Yeah, it wasn't very long ago. The moon wasn't clear that far south. Because that's west. And those few pictures I got of it, it was up toward the edge of those trees. So, yeah, you know, it changes all the time. Calf down there trying to find mommy. Me trying to find a piece of metal. That's what I was back here for. I got a pile. And my coffee cup. I don't think there's anything on the pile in here I don't know. Probably is. Actually thinking harder about it, I know there is. Because one thing I was looking for in the shop last night was like some 3x3 angle iron. And by golly, there's some angle iron on there. Just about 3x3 by the looks of it. So, I'm going to let you go and go see what I can do with that. Almost forgot to show you, she's still over here. A little shaky this morning. We don't know how much she ate for sure. Ty caught her sucking on the side of the udder a couple times yesterday. We know she got milk in her. And this little gal, hind teats were dripping, so Ty tried milking them out quick last night. She milked a bunch out, and she comes in the shop and she says, "Daddy, I milked her hind end down." And then they still sit there and ran. So, she makes milk. I'm going to stare at her calf instead of going down there to visit with her. Who knows? Last time when I checked, Mama was laying middle of it here. Calf was laying right up against her, so all should be good that way. I got to go cut me a piece of metal and go lay on the floor and see how badly I can burn myself. Well, been another nice day, believe it or not. A little bit of fog this morning out there was all there was. Still saying like, I don't know, 60-80% tomorrow. Figured I'd show you. I didn't get it done. Didn't get it done last night. Dog's in my way, of course. So is the creeper. There, see? I wish I had a little heavier piece for there. It's a piece of 1/4 by 2.5 angle iron. And the way it ended up laying in there, the way it needed to, it barely caught the end of that tube. So, the piece that I cut for that gusset, see if I can get you here. Yep, that's right there. So, I got one more coat of paint on that. Then let it sit till tomorrow so I don't screw too much paint up. At least that's the plan. Hopefully, I don't get too wet doing it. And in other news, the cow whose calf was in the wrong pasture yesterday morning. Yeah, well, her udder was about to blow up earlier. So Ty and Becky brought her up and said all 4 frickin' teats were plugged. She's always, I don't know, she needs to go. And, I mean, I attribute it to somebody else who actually rode out and checked cows yesterday. Seems that she just rides, and where they're half split out there with the creek in between, she don't care where she goes. She got calf on one side of the creek and cow on the other side of the creek, and guess what? I don't know how many hours they were apart, but, you know, we got them together yesterday morning, and it was probably an hour after that that Mom rode out and checked cows. And it was a few hours after that, somebody was out there raising hell, but, you know, never had a chance to go check after that. So, yeah, I found her this morning, brought her up, knocked her out, see what happens. But I say in the meantime, I got one more coat of paint on there, and I think while I'm at it, you know, we did a little scratching here and there when we put things together. I may do a little touch up. Why not, right? Make it look halfway presentable, at least when it goes out the door, even though it can't freaking run or move on its own. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe I'll dink around with mounting some lights back here while it's sitting here and I'm waiting for paint to dry. I don't know. Kind of hard to figure where to mount them for sure when the booms are folded up, but I also know where the booms fold to. So, and I'm toying with the idea of that brace in the middle of the screen. Maybe make a tab bolted on with that bolt right there. That'll shine them out where they'll should shine the boom pretty good, and not hanging out where they'll get hit. At least get the field lights. That ain't going to get the tail lights done, but at least field lights. Then originally I wanted to put the tail lights actually on the chassis, but yeah, I think they're going to go up on the booms. I don't know whether to weld something up high or down lower. If they're high, they don't get spray on them. The old machine, they were down on the frame, and they actually held up pretty good for an old piece of junk tail lights that we had. Well, anyway, we'll see what happens. Maybe bring you back for more, maybe not. If not, thanks for watching. If so, hey, stick around and watch the rest. Oh, there was rumor that Becky took a little video, but she hasn't sent it to me. It's a baby killdeer. Apparently Thailand ended up helping one out of a horse hoof print or cow hoof print or something this morning. So they only saw 2 and not 4, but you know, last year we had 4 of them and we only found 3 for almost a week, and then the 4th one was back. So, you know, the other 2 are somewhere. I doubt anything got them. They seem to be pretty good at not letting predators get to them. You know, unless somebody ended up underneath a hoof when cows were running or something, but I've, you know, never noticed one getting squished by the cows either. Hey, guess what? All wired in. And pigtail hanging there. That'll go make a loop and go in that upright, or that lateral tube, to go back for the tail lights later. But just checked, everything works. So, yeah, I wanted to get it done tonight because we got to take Blue in tomorrow morning. And hopefully when we get back, we can move this thing out. But hey, all the work lights are done. The only thing I got left is, you know, the tail lights, which I still got to make the stuff for that. So, I guess that's it for now.
Okay, Tylen has a little killdeer.
He flipped over upside down.
So she picked him up. Well, we can't see him. Okay, let the little shit go. Go, Red. Tell Red to go.